Okay, this is my setup for stop motion. I've got a laptop with the software iStopmotion on. I've got a camera. This is a Hue camera that I bought on the internet. And I've got my characters set up on the stage here. The green screen could be used to replace an image later, but this paper's a bit reflective. You need a material or a proper green screen which is more matte to do really good green screen. Now, let's have a look at what's on screen. I'm opening iStopmotion now, and I'm giving it a name. For the moment, I'm just going to call it Test 3. Save it in the Movies folder, that'll do fine. Now, I can see what I've got because I plugged the camera in, and I didn't want the built-in eyesight, I want the USB camera that's plugged in. Now, my characters are already on screen. Ideally, you'll have some sort of background behind them. Here they are in the kitchen. And you'll make a nice colour background. It'll be better than that. The camera focuses better if there is something on screen to focus on. So now I've got my Ewok, and the characters are on screen. You could have them coming on, but you decide what you want to have. So to take a picture, click the space bar, simple as that. I'm going to have a second intro. 4. I'm clicking the number 4 here to get 4 frames at a time. To get about a second, it's just over a second skimming. You can see the last frame. This is great because it helps me line up the next shot. I'm going to move it the same amount. Now with movement like this, I can go to compositing and I can see, now it's in view, I can add more skins to the onion look. This way, let me take another picture, I can make sure the smoothness, yeah, that's easier to see with this character. I can ensure smooth movement. About ½ centimetre each time should do it. There. There. Now, if you take a picture with your hand in, don't panic. Look, you can see my hand there. I'm just going to flick actually between what's on the film there. Let's get rid of those multiple skins. What's on film and what's on the camera. That's what the camera sees. That's what was on the film. Now I'm going to get rid of that last shot. This one here, shot 12. I'm going to use Command X is one way of doing it, just cutting it away. And then I can continue to shoot. Once you've got your finished movie, I'm going to save this file, save, Command S. I'm going to close iStopmotion, and you should be able to find it in Finder, in Movies, Test 3 it was called. I'm going to drag that onto my USB stick. And I'm going to take it over to this machine. Now on this machine I've got my memory stick there, you can see it, and I've just opened iMovie. I've logged on as Media. Don't log on as your individual login, it won't work. File, import, here it is, import movies, and leave this setting here, large is perfect. Go to the stick and Test 3, that's what it was. You can see the preview there, there's my movie. Import it. Now, this is the sequence. I want to drag that into my movie. If it says mismatched frame rates, then change. That's fine. And let's play the sequence by pressing the spacebar in iMovie. You can see the sequence there. You might have to go to cropping and rotation and make sure it fits. Otherwise you might get a bit of cropping. Now this way you've got sort of these letterbox black panels at the side, but at least the height is correct. Now what you will need is titles. I'll have some credits at the end, throw them in. There's various styles you can have, and you can change it here. Double click the word to select it all. Get rid of that. Done. That's the end credits. It's running for 4 seconds there, and you can edit the font and the text by clicking on the blue section. Now to add title at the beginning, let's just have it in the same style, I think, at the very beginning. And okay, let's have that to start. Now you'll want to add sound as well over your movie. To do that, I recommend going to findsounds.com. Very good site. So you can search for Find Sounds on the internet. Get that website, and let's say I want a howl. Search for the howl, and you can play these sounds by clicking on the triangle symbol. I'm not going to play these sounds because they feed back, but the one you want to use, go back, send this page again. This time, instead of clicking on the triangle to play, press Control-click, download linked file as. The as gives me the choice of where I'm going to save it. And I'm going to save it on the desktop, it's easier to find. And that, I'm going to change that. I'm going to leave the extension, the WAV, but I'm going to change it to what I want. I'm going to save that sound. And this sound I should now be able to drag in. Drag it over a clip where you want it to start. If it starts at the wrong place, just move it slightly, like this, and that's where it's going to start. And if you want to cut it short, try that. I'm not going to play the sound because it will interfere with the sound recording I'm making now. But my movie now looks something like this. I've got titles at the beginning, the sound will play, you can't hear it now, my little animation, and my credits at the end.